please silence your cell phones if you don't mind. And I would like to ask David to do our invocation.
Father, we come to you this time, Lord, and praise and thanks for everything you do for us. Father, we ask you for your guidance and wisdom tonight, be with each and every one of us, and help us to make Bowie a better place to live. Forgive us when we mess up, keep us on the right road, in Jesus' name, amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the colors will be posted by Boy Scout Troop number 116, their leader Thomas Richardson, and the young men are Tommy Stankovich, Charles Heberling, Dylan Mack, Sebastian Martinez, and Lance Jones. Gentlemen,
Color guard, attention. Color guard, advance. Color guard, hold. Color guard, post to colors. Audience, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Color guard, reach forward.
Retreat.
thank you very much for being here tonight. I'd like to open the floor now to public comments, if anybody has any public comments. Nobody? We'll close the public comments. I don't have any announcements tonight. Do you have any? Do you, Sam? Okay. The next we will open our meeting tonight for a public hearing. The time will be 6:02. The public hearing will be rezone the remaining west side of the 9.59 acres in block 14 and 35 HCLS survey A319, approximately 4.79 acres in block 14 HCLS survey A319 from agricultural zoning district to commercial zoning district. This time I open the floor to any public comments, and we do have the chairperson from the Planning and Zoning
Yes, ma'am.
Committee here if there are any questions or any comments. Nothing?
The way I understand this, this is the property that is for sale on 1125, am I right?
Yes.
That half of it is zoned commercial, or part of it right now, and this is, we're just,
The remaining half of it
that's what
that
I
needed to
understand.
be rezoned. Council members? Okay, no questions from the audience, then we'll close the public hearing at 6:03. Go back to the regular agenda, and we'll start with item number 8, consent agenda items. You have your minutes from your regular meeting and your workshop. You have the utility write-offs, the library write-offs, and financials ending December 2018. Terry, you want to go ahead and give the financial report?
Sorry, I was waiting
That's okay.
to listen for you.
I was letting them go through it for a few minutes.
Okay. Special 500 papers, all the papers that we go over. That just kind of gives you the highlights of the revenues and expenditures for both funds. The top right is we're still at 25%, we're at 25% with the December month end. And if you look down through there, everything looks just below 25% on all the revenues and stuff, because it's still winter time. And the total utility fund revenues are 27% as a whole, so we're sitting just a little bit above the 3-month mark for that. Interest is more than double what it was last year, which is really good. And then if you go to the expenses for the utility fund, right underneath that, they're kind of running the same way, just a little bit under 25%. And then overall, 21% for the total utility fund expenses. General fund is underneath that, and it's running a little bit more than 25% for the sales tax and the hotel motel, and the ad valorem tax is kind of, I mean, it's higher than it's gonna be just because everything comes in the first couple months of the fiscal year. Total general fund revenues are at just under 28%, and the expenses are 21%. Any questions?
Can you kind of school me on the hotel motel tax? Tell me about the hotel motel tax. Is that from the hotel motels? Is that, I mean, kind of,
Revenue from them.
so it's solely from them? That's what I thought, I just wasn't.
Any other questions for Carrie? If not, then I'll entertain a motion for accepting of all the consent agenda items.
So moved.
Mr. Love, do I have a second?
So second.
Thank you, Mr. Bell. Mr. Malone?
Aye.
Buckmaster?
Aye.
Love?
Aye.
Bell?
Aye.
Bishop? And Carrie.
Aye.
Okay, let's move on. Thank you, Carrie. Your next item is number 9, old business, and it's a North Texas mitigation plan update. Bert?
As I said, the last meeting we had, I turned all those mitigation plans into the consultants, H2O consultants, and they acknowledged that they've got them. I hadn't heard anything from them since then, but I'm sure that the process is still going. If you'll notice, we're still signing people in, and we get credit, in-kind service credit for your attendance here tonight. And that's, I think on our in-kind service, we're up at about 75% of our required in-kind service, and all we've done is gone to meetings and signed in. And that includes when we go to a meeting in Henrietta or at Nortex. Every place we go, we sign in. So that's the nice part of it, that we're not, and probably when we finish the process, we probably won't have to have any in-kind service that we pay for. So as soon as I hear from them, I'll let you know.
Any questions? If not, we're gonna move on to item number 10, first one, new business. It'll be consider purchasing a skid steer for the street department, and Stoney, we're gonna have you come up to the podium.
Good evening, council. That's what I come here tonight is to ask for, to purchase a used skid steer. The one we currently have is over 18 years old. The drivetrain on it, just blew apart on it. It's already had an engine issue, and we were having issues with the engine, and when you load it up, it basically wouldn't stay running, but now it's dead in the water, it won't do anything. Being 18 years old, I know we can't afford a new one, those things run between $60,000 and $70,000. I've contacted 3 different companies, got prices on some of their used equipment. They range anywhere from $23,000 all the way to $58,000 on used equipment, depending on what year and model you get. I think in y'all's package, I put a couple of, narrowed it down to a few there as far as what's feasible. And just to let you know, this here is Curtis Smith. They work with us, they do government contract work. They were the only ones out of the ones I've contacted that were willing to give us any money for the one we had because of the amount of problems with it in the age. And as you see, they were willing to give us $81.50 on a trade. So if you bought the cab or the Gill, looking at $22,650 or $23,650 out the door. As far as monies, my line item budget for equipment purchase that we put in last year, I have a remainder of $9,000 in there. So actual monies out the door, new monies would only be around $15,000. It's not a substantial amount of money that I'm asking for.
And you have visited with Kerry about financing of it, you know, talked about that and everything.
Briefly.
Yeah, we figured out a way to pay for it, so.
Is this something y'all use pretty much on a daily basis?
Yes. We use it to load our sand, our patch material, we use it in the creek beds, we use it in the drainage ditches. For example, like today, I had everything, I had my loader out and the backhoe out, and I had 2 guys patching. They were calling me, and I was running the backhoe back to the shop so they could load the patch.
So this 2012 one that has 1,000 hours, that would probably be the best one for you, or because you want, years not really an issue, it's just the hours, right?
Right, that's what I'm looking at, and another thing that Kirby Smith is gonna do for us, they're actually gonna bring it to us and let me use whichever one I choose for 3 or 4 days before we actually make a decision. So I may get it and decide I want, you know, it's not what I thought it was, and may have to bring me another one.
What's a new one? So what's the DEHL, I know the cat.
That's a law, it's an American-made skid steer, it's just not a name brand. And a lot of that's just like cars, you're gonna pay like a Bobcat, you get a Bobcat brand, you're gonna pay for the name. But a brand new one, it depends on what size you get. Like I said, I got an example right here, this is a 2017 John Deere. It's $58,000.
The last one we bought, was it new, or did we buy it used?
It was used, the one we have actually was a hand-me-down from the water department.
Okay.
This is new in the 2017?
No, I was just saying, that's a.
Oh, I was fixing to say.
Yeah, I was just giving you an example.
Oh, okay.
Most of those, when you go on there, they want you to fill out information and they'll contact you back, and then they'll negotiate a price with you. They're not gonna give you a price most of the time on brand new or over the phone. But I brought that just for an example, they're expensive.
What size is this one?
It is a 49 horse, it's a little bigger than what we got.
And it's on tracks.
Yes, sir. So the rubber tire, the one we have now is rubber tire, I want to go back to track.
Working in construction, I will say a Bobcat, or I call them Bobcats, but that piece of equipment is very versatile. You can do all this things back
But if it's something you use every day, I hate to see us buy used.
They're kind of worse than boats. When you drive them off the lot, they lose a lot.
Yeah. I can tell you what they paid for this one, in 2001, they paid $19,500 for the one that's broke right now. That was 18 years ago. And they're offering me $8,100.
So you're okay with buying a used one?
I mean, anytime you buy something used, it's like buying a used car, you're taking a chance, because there's not gonna be any warranty on it. I mean,
So how much was that one that was 17, this 2017, how much was that?
It is, it's a John Deere model, and it's $58,000. It's got 249 hours on it.
Said you go through two of these.
I was just trying to do the feasible part.
Right.
Money wise, you're talking $15,000 compared to me asking you for $46,000.
How long of a warranty does the new one, does the 2017 have on it?
That one wouldn't have, let me, actually does, it has, to 11/23 of 20, the powertrain and hydraulics.
So 3 years.
With 1 year remaining.
Right, right.
It's got 1 year warranty remaining.
So you feel okay with the used one? Okay?
My guys pretty much take care of their equipment. I mean, if it comes in and everything's working good on it,
Yeah.
yeah, we take good care of our equipment, it should last.
What's our maintenance policies? Our maintenance policies, do we have them maintenance every so often? Do they do maintenance?
Me and Dean Hooten do all the maintenance.
Well, I mean, I just didn't know if we had a person.
We change all our hydraulic fluid, we change all our oils, we grease everything. I have them do that every winter, and then we do it again midsummer.
Dean is a fantastic guy. He keeps things right.
I used to be until I got old and crippled. But yeah, most time if there's anything that I need to hear, I do it.
Is that on all vehicles? Do each departments keep their own maintenance?
Do what?
Every department? They maintenance their own, or do we have a maintenance?
Well, yes and no. Some of them are good at it, some of them are not.
Just curious.
Oh, honestly, probably not.
Some of these guys fix a lot of their own equipment. If the street sweeper breaks down, they digs into it, figures out what's wrong with it, fixes it. Some of the other departments, they'll just call the shop and say, you know, this is broke, come get it, or they'll take it to them and fix it, so.
So do we have any more discussion on this item? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept Sony's request to purchase a skid steer.
I so move.
Mr. Bell,
I'll second that.
Mr. Love. Bill,
Aye.
Bishop. Kent,
Aye.
Buckmaster, Love,
Aye.
Malone.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Tony.
Okay. Next item on the list is ordinance 2019-01, an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Bowie, Texas, Chapter 11, Utilities and Solid Waste, Article 11.14, Electrical Rates, Article 11.1401, Electrical Rate Schedules is amended, and 11.1402, Fuel Adjustment Transmission Fees is amended, providing a savings clause, providing a repealing clause, providing a severability clause, and providing an effective date. You all have an explanation in there from Bert. If you have any questions for him at this time, he can answer them.
You can see on my explanation now that this is totally revenue neutral. We're just changing the formula in the ordinance to reflect the accuracy. And you also see why this is necessary.
Are there any questions? If not, go
I
ahead.
have one. The energy charge is what our electric department charges are current, is that correct?
I'm
The
sorry.
energy charge on the chart, energy charge relates to the Bowie Electric Department.
Well, actually, it's the utility billing, and yeah,
No, I mean, it's the electric department.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what it entails, right? Because we've already got BTU covered on that.
Right.
So that's just the electric department.
Not the total amount,
I'm sorry, well,
Not the
what
total
is
amount.
the total amount?
but that's the total amount.
That's what I'm asking.
But part of that fee is our cost of power too.
No, sir, not in not in the energy charge. That 595 is the city of Bowie electric distribution. I just want to make it clear that that's what that is.
That is how it appears on the bill, yes.
The
electric distribution.
PCRF is the BTU bill in total delivered to our meter. After that, the energy charge that's listed here is our distribution charge for the Bowie Electric Department, correct?
So you're not considering the cost of our electric department, keeping our lines up and all of that?
Yes, I am. I'm just saying that the energy charge is allocated to the
Yes.
Bowie Electric Department.
Right.
Cost of doing business, keeping the lines up, the poles, the transformers, paying the employees, the trucks,
That's right.
everything else.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so back again, any more conversation? Discussion?
So this says beginning December the 2019.
Do what?
What?
On page 207 says beginning cycle December 2019.
That's a typo. That's a typo.
So,
2018.
so we're gonna backdate to the
We're
18th.
gonna backdate the ordinance, but this is just to match the rates that the city council approved. Was it September or October? October.
But we're backdating it to 2018?
The ordinance will be signed as of the current date. This will show that it took place in December 2018, because that's when the rates were changed to the public.
So we're going back and changing it now. I think that someone said we should have changed it back, and someone said, no.
Well, someone did say that, and since you brought it up, we'll go really public with this. And we did make our conversation, our request of Snyder Engineering 4 times. In fact, when we had a conversation with them last Wednesday afternoon, it was made very clear to Ramsey that I was very upset with the fact that we were told we did not need to do this. And then he did not even catch it until we sent the ordinance to them. They were under the impression the ordinance had already been done. So, yes, you're right. She was right. The numbers did not work out. We did everything that we knew to do. Now we've got it worked out. So now we're going to write the ordinance to match the numbers that the previous council approved.
But the ordinance that was in, but we haven't had an ordinance since we raised the rates and kept the rates. We've had, what, December, January, and February now,
We've had
3
December,
months?
January, I guess. The February billing hasn't gone out yet.
So we had December, so we have 3 months that we were working on a different
Yes, we do.
ordinance.
Yes, we do.
The reason this happened, and I explained it to you, if you read what I said, somewhere in 16, the city changed some rates. I don't know what it was, I don't know what happened. But a former employee of Snyder Engineering changed the rate. Because he did that, that's what messed this up. And they didn't change the ordinance then, and they should have. So we were basing everything off of 2015.
This was in 2015 when that happened?
2015 is when the ordinance was first done, that's when the big rate increase was. And then in 16, there was a change.
Did he do, so,
The way Ramsey found out about it is he picked up the phone and called the former employee and said, what's the deal?
did he change it to our advantage as the consumer, or
No,
or
they just.
against our?
No, there was a particular part of the rate that was changed. And they didn't change the ordinance when they did it.
That would have been the council
That was the
It
council
was the
that,
council that changed that.
yeah. So this was to correct the mistake that was made in 16. That's the explanation I have from Snyder Engineering. This is not me talking, this is me telling you what they don't know.
So the council changed the rate.
There was a rate adjustment in 2016.
Without a new ordinance.
Without a new ordinance, just a rate change. I understand, and I'll go back in history a little bit, but, we had a city manager that used to change the rates monthly.
Was that Cantwell or was that Taft? For how many years did he change the rates?
I don't know.
Well, that's the way the ordinance was written, and we changed it monthly.
Now we set a rate for a year.
And somewhere along the line, they're doing it.
Anyway, he would change the rates periodically, at his discretion. I assume with or without, I don't know whether it was with or without council approval, but I was, informed of that. Now, that's secondhand information, I can't verify that, but I was pretty much told that. Since your question, I'll tell you what I know.
Well, as electric changes their rates monthly too. I mean, do most
It
places
was
change?
changed monthly because our BTU contract changes monthly. Every month the billing is a different amount
The
based on.
contract doesn't change.
Well, the contract doesn't, but the rate does
Yeah.
based on the
What
fuel
changes
usage and
are the
whatever.
transmission line cost and the fuel charge.
Those are the only two things that change.
And in order to ensure that we were always covered, they factored in that WPTC calculation that said, every month we're going to recalculate what our cost is and adjust our bill.
So that
So
can be,
now they have taken a history of that, and they've set 12 months, and they get an average, and that's what we set the rates for. And that's what, I guess in 15, they were set right before the October budget, so it looks like they've been setting a rate for a year off a 12-month average ever since. So it gives the customer some kind of, they have an idea every month what their rate is going to be.
So does this ordinance say that we're going to review it every year?
It doesn't say anything about that.
so was that to the what I'm trying to say is if they changed it monthly.
It's
and-
the fuel and the,
I know, but was that a increase or was it a decrease or did it
I don't know.
depend?
I don't know, and until, if somebody can go back and look at the, are you talking about the Campbell thing?
Yes.
Well, unless somebody can go back and look at the paperwork, we have no way of answering that with any kind of facts.
My only concern is our revised PCRF charge across the board at 5.69 cents per kilowatt hour is less than our current 3-month past average since our rates have been lowered. Our current rate is 6.148. And we're charging across the board 5.69, which tells me that we're making it up out of our energy charge or our distribution
6 point what?
is what we're doing. It's 6.1483 if you want to get down to the grid. That's the last 3 months.
Is that what you calculated off of the BTU bill?
For the last 3 months.
Well, you've got to have 12 months there for you to.
No, I have the rolling 12-month fuel and tox charge. And the tox and fuel changes are small. They're in the thousands.
Now they are, yeah.
They're extremely stable and,
Right.
and forecast to go lower.
Right.
So what are you saying?
Well, what I'm saying is, we're charging less than what we're paying. So we're making it up out of our electric department, which is why I asked the question earlier. And we were expecting a 2.22 cent decrease per kilowatt hour. And right now, I showed that we're getting about 1.5 cent so far that we realized. We're not seeing the 2.22 yet.
You realize,
Yeah.
you realize that all of this is revenue neutral.
Well, you keep
It doesn't-
saying that, but that's not really true.
That's wrong. It is true.
It is not.
Look at the two figures, look at the chart. It's
I'm looking
revenue
at it.
neutral.
Okay, except for this current number that you have right there, that's not the right number. That's what you've been billing us, but it's not the right number.
You know that doesn't include something.
Well, I'm just saying, we can't sit there and say it's revenue neutral. If we go by what the ordinance actually said, you've been overbilling everybody.
My question, that's wrong. My question to you is, can you figure out your electric bill now, given that formula in the ordinance? Because that's where this all came from.
Well, but if not engineering says that that formula is .0569, then it's .0569 for everybody.
That's what they did.
Yeah, that's what
Right,
they did.
that's what we're fixing it to, but for the last 3 months, instead of you billing me .0569, you've been billing me .0922.
No, we haven't.
No,
Yes, you have.
No, we haven't. 0922 is, stopped when the December rates took effect.
Well, it should have, but that's what you billed.
no,
Not-
in your
not-
office,
In my office, yes.
yes.
Your office is for.
Well, that's a small commercial.
That's what we're talking about right here.
Well,
The changes for residential.
there you
Those
go.
rates were not changed.
Small commercial and, medium commercial were not changed.
With the rate change in October.
The formula changes. That formula applies to every class of consumer.
So when we make the revised
So
change,
when
it goes
it
to
changed-
5690, and the top number goes to 8230.
That's right. When it
Which makes
changed-
it revenue neutral.
When it changed for residential back in November to .0569, it should have changed for everybody to 0569.
Okay, but it didn't, and that's why they're adjusting these numbers, and that's why
It
you can see
didn't,
it's not, it's
because
still
y'all
never.
billed us the wrong
net-
amount.
It's still revenue neutral.
Okay. If we don't,
Are you talking residential or are you talking small commercial?
I'm talking both. It doesn't matter. This number right here, this .0922 that you billed me for the last 3 months was the wrong amount. The WPTC calculation was .0569.
Then the energy charge was the wrong amount, so we'll have to go back and
Well,
change that to
not by our
0.02.
ordinance. By our ordinance, it was supposed to be .047 because
Well,
y'all didn't
the
amend the
ordinance,
ordinances.
uh-huh.
That's why we have to go back and that's why we're having the backdate.
We're gonna raise it again?
Well, as it says right now, this is the ordinance that's being offered, so
So you,
we need to
feel like
look
we
at
were
this ordinance
overcharged?
and ask for,
We were overcharged.
If you backdate it and go back, then no, because you backdated the ordinances.
Why do we have to backdate the ordinance?
Because if you don't backdate it, then we've been overcharged and you're gonna have a problem.
You don't have anything covering those months.
Well, what if we gave refund? If you're owed a refund, you're owed a refund.
That's true.
The only
Okay.
reason we did this because you kept complaining. I mean, we were
Well, if
gonna
it's
bill-
wrong, it's
But the
wrong.
reason you're
We
doing
were
this
we were
is
gonna
because
bill
it's wrong.
this amount, either column A or column B, no matter what, it's gonna be revenue neutral. No matter what, we're still billing the same price, bottom line.
No, if this ordinance does not pass, what you will bill is what the other ordinance tells you to
No,
bill.
we won't.
Yes, you will. That is the law. The ordinances are law. You have a law that says you're going to bill me .047.
The past council set the rates at the amount that it was effective December 1.
Okay,
The council
until
voted to change the ordinance to that.
Ms. Jennings has sat in this room and told us plenty of times, until an ordinance is passed, it is not considered law. Y'all didn't pass the ordinance.
So, tonight what we have to contend with is this ordinance, the way it's written. So, you all have heard the yeas and the nays for it, so I'm gonna entertain a motion to accept the ordinance and put the December.
I do have one question though. Shouldn't, and it's just a minor thing, but shouldn't it say November? Because it went into effect with the December billing, but that would have been for the month of November, right?
Harry,
So shouldn't it say November 2000?
December
So-
1 took the,
Also, I have a question.
I mean,
There
it was
seems to
consumption
be-
that was used in November, so I guess it
Partial.
would just be how it reads or how you
I don't know. I'm just,
look at it.
I didn't know if that was right or not. That's why I'm just bringing it up. I don't know.
There seems to be a lot of typos. I mean, every time we look at something, I'm like, this says 2019, and you're, oh, it's a typo. Who proofs these? Hello? Who done this?
I guess you're pretty.
I don't have anything to do with that.
Well, did you, I mean, I'm just asking. I'm asking a question. This is not the first typo. I mean, this is a very important date. This said 2019.
Well, it's a typo, that's all I can tell you.
Well, it would be illegal if we passed an ordinance in 2019.
Yes. This is the
But
date
this
it
is what we
was
were
passed.
given that said 2019. Okay.
It's right here, 2019.
But who done this? I mean, and who proofs? Did you do it, Terry?
No.
Snyder sent it to us and I talked it up.
Okay, so, it was just a typo but nobody caught the typo that it said 2019. You did. Well, I mean, I just said, that's why I'm out here for y'all to read. I was thinking, well, it's not 2019 yet.
You're the only one of all the 7 of them, all 6 of the council members that caught it, so. As you can see how some things are overlooked.
I saw it, I just didn't make a big deal out of
Did you not read it? Did you not think that was a big deal?
it. Yes, we're just gonna point it out to them,
Okay.
and that's why it's blue.
Oh, yours is, okay.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Nobody else read it? Kim, did you catch that?
Okay, again, I'd like to ask for a motion to accept the.
I'm sorry,
ordinance.
I still. Also, in that WPTC calculation, we're still saying monthly. Do we not need to take the monthly out so that it doesn't?
They
read
use the
every-
monthly to get the average for the 12 months. And we set a rate, council sets a rate in October to go with it, or at the rate change to go with it. So I'm sure they use the WBTC calculation to set the 12 months.
I'm just asking, I don't know if that,
Because they look at every
Monthly
single
is
bill individually and use that as their calculations. So I would assume they would have to have exactly the way they are in order for them to work a 12-month average.
well, I'm assuming that that's probably still in there from back whenever we were changing it every month.
Well, we had a pretty thorough conversation on it the other day.
Okay.
And that them taking the numbers for 12 months and using them to make sure that we're covered. So, again, I'm gonna ask for a motion to approve ordinance 2019-01.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Malone. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Mr. Love? I'm gonna read this again. It's an ordinance amending the code of ordinances of the city of Bowie, Texas, Chapter 11, Utilities and Waste, Solid Waste, Article 11.1400, Electrical Rates, Article 11.1401, Electrical Rate Schedules is amended, and 11.1402, Fuel Adjustment Transmission Fees is amended, providing a savings clause providing a repealing clause, providing a severability clause, and providing an effective date. I'll ask for a vote now. Buckmaster?
No.
Bell?
Aye.
Bishop?
No.
Kent?
I'm gonna abstain.
Okay,
Have
I
further
don't
conversation.
know if you can abstain.
Okay, then no.
Love?
Uh,
We don't know that. Malone?
Aye.
Okay, then the mayor votes and I go aye. So it's approved. All right, so the next item is number 3, consider recommendation from the planning and zoning to rezone the remaining west side of the 9.5 acres in block 14 and 35 HCLS survey, A-319, approximately 4.79 acres in block 14, HCLS survey, A-319, from agricultural zoning district to commercial zoning district. You guys have all seen your map. Part of it had already been rezoned to commercial. And this is the property that's under contract, so the move is to change it all to commercial. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, basically, we just had a public hearing on the 21st of February last week. There were no public comments, and we recommended the rezone.
Do I have a motion to rezone? Hello, who's in the game?
So moved.
I'm involved in the deal. I need to
You
stay
can
on.
abstain on this one.
Yeah, this one. All right, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Bell? So, Mr. Kent, you're going to abstain?
Yes.
Bell? Love? Malone?
Aye.
Buckmaster?
Aye.
And Bishop?
Mayor first.
You're welcome. And with that, we will call the meeting adjourned at 6:42.